Hey guys, what's going on? It's DaleyGaming here, and I am back with some more of the Great War Realism mod. Now this is a World War I mod. We've played it, I think, once before on my channel. Really cool mod, and it is much better than the standalone Battle of Empires 1914 to 1918 Men of War game. Highly recommend getting this over that, although I think Battle of Empires is like free to play now or something along those lines, so you can try it out. But of course, this is a free mod if you have Men of War. Either way, we are playing on a massive map that I found on the workshop. This is a Russian front map, and it is a huge hill that these Germans have to take, and it is covered in artillery, it is covered in mortars and cannons. It's a rough hill to take, and there's just trench lines everywhere filled with Russian elite troops. This is really going to be a tough thing to take. So we have a ton of Germans though, and I don't even know if this many Germans, and you can see them all here, I don't know if this many Germans can take it because this is such a strong fortified position, but we'll certainly see. I hope they will. Um, but if need be, we can give the Germans a few more troops as resupply because their objective is to take this hill no matter what. It could be a little laggy here. I have a feeling it is going to be, but we'll see how it goes either way. Let's get a nice zoom in here on. Well, let's unclip camera or clip camera, sorry, and we'll get a nice little zoom here for the start of the battle. We'll go ahead and press start here, and let's watch. Not going to go into slow-mo this time because I'm pretty sure there's going to be just sheer amounts of lag anyway. No one is fighting at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and fire the first shot here. They're just out of range. Wait, that guy's not. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Things are starting to happen. Maybe. Wait, are things happening? What the hell? Come on, people. Alright. We need Germans to actually come forward here. They're not totally figuring this whole thing out. Come on, guys. Come on forward. Okay. And then... oh, these guys were starting to go forward. They didn't quite get there. Alright, come on, boyos. Oh, we got firing on the left here. There we go. So the battle has started. And it looks like a couple of stray Germans did come forward, the ones I activated there. And they are getting shot up pretty heavily. They're going to go down rather quickly, I have a feeling, anyone who was in the first wave there. But now the main force of Germans is firing, and it does look like a good number of Russians are going down as well. But they've still got the defensive position, of course. They've still got just huge advantage here, and it is quite laggy. I am sorry about that. That is a bummer. The Germans, though, they're taking some hits, most definitely. I see a couple going down. Not too many, though. Yeah, I think once the cannons start coming into play and the mortars start coming into play, that's when German losses will surmount heavily. This is also just the front line, and there are a lot of Russians on the back lines as well. And they're still consistently firing, it looks like, though the Russians in the trenches, there's just so much firepower coming from the German side that they are going down. I do hear a machine gun back here rattling off a little bit, and I think if that thing stays alive, it could be very, very advantageous for the Russians. Yeah, let's get a nice viewpoint here and watch some Russian skirmishing. It is pretty laggy, guys. I do apologize about that. There's not much I can do about it. My computer, this desktop computer, is not that great, and added this mod does take a lot. We can see some rising casualties once the Germans hit the foot of the hill here and it gets a little closer, and that way the Russians are able to peg them a little easier, I think. These guys... oh, there's like still blood spurting out of that guy's artery. Oh, man. Alright. Russians are doing a nice job of actually picking off some of these Germans as they go up. And there are many lines to these trenches as well, so... you know, the Russians, they're not going to have to hold them at the first line. They're going to have some time. And think that's going to be key to this. This line definitely fell. This one guy's still firing though. He went down, his cap flew way off. This line over here actually getting grenaded. A couple of Russians still in there, but they're just getting picked off now. Let's look over here on the far left. Yep, same sort of dealio. Looks like the second line is really starting to come into play, and I think that is better defended. In this trench we do have a machine gun there that we can see, and that is going to be a beast. Any machine gun position is very, very key in this battle because of the I keep saying it, the sheer amount of Germans, but that's true. They can just overwhelm them with sheer mass, and that's how trench warfare worked. If you wanted to go into no man's land, you better bring a shit ton of troops. But they are making it into the first section of trenches, and if they do decide to use that as cover, that would probably be a pretty good idea. Looks like a couple Russians getting flushed out by grenades here. Hi guys. I was gonna say I got to sneeze really bad, and I did, so jolly good. Let's see, is the oh yeah, the Russian MG on the left side over here is still working its magic, and they've also got a mortar here, which is going to be pretty key in defending this position. Although a lot of Russians are actually already down at this position, so I'm not sure how long that mortar is going to stay standing. But we can check out and see how many kills it has so far. I don't know. It's going to have a lot. 6 kills, that's not too shabby. It does look like from the mini-map we just saw, the left side is suffering probably the worst, with the Germans flushing out the Russians quite easily. I would say the middle defense is probably where it's going to be the strongest for the Russians. Yeah, this is where we have our 3 big-ass artillery cannons, which I think we ought to try and get firing here. I don't think they are. Can they hit that distance? Yes, they can. Alright, we're going to go into backspace because I want to see if we can see this rolling fire here. And we got to do this real quick. Got to do it real quick. Come on. There we go. Okay. And maybe we'll see this if they decide to fire ever. Fire! No? You guys just not feeling it today? Alright, I'll go fire those. Oh, it looks just so cool. So freaking cool. Although I really wish we could get them to fire without me having to fire them. That'd be real neat. We can see where one landed right there. Absolutely crushed the defense right there, and I don't think any Russians were alive in it, but that's okay. And we do have Russians still holding this trench quite nicely. Machine gun rattling off there. The right side is holding. It's holding well. This machine gun's still alive. Let's check out how many kills that got. It's got to have a lot. 11 kills. That's not too shabby. And then some of these riflemen have a good number of kills as well. Let's go back and check on these guys, see if they're still firing. They are. Oh my god, it is so... Oops, accidentally pressed F9 there. That, of course, turns off the recording. I don't know if I caught the rolling fire from these cannons. If I didn't, I really want to show it to you guys. So we're just gonna focus on these bad boys here. Look at that! Oh my god, it's so sick. That is so neat. And the very top trench here, looks like a couple guys died. Not too many, though. And I think the German forces are suffering heavier and heavier losses now. And it seems like they're migrating towards the left, because the right just doesn't have much more resistance to offer in terms of a second line. So we're gonna try and push a couple men forward here, try and re-grab the attention of the Germans who are trying to head back into no man's land here, which is just stupid. Come on, guys. Yes, the right's almost completely obliterated, except for we do have a nice little mountain position up here. And it seems like the left side, they're still struggling forward a little bit. Mortar's still popping off every once in a while here, trying to catch a few Germans out in the open. This line is just it's a beefy defense. With that machine gun rattling off, they've also got the high ground advantage here with this little lip, so the Germans can't easily hit them. Makes a little bit of a natural choke point, and they're able to just rattle off shots onto the Germans. Although they are starting to get flanked, especially out from the top here, which is going to be pretty problematic. Let's see if we can't get these bad boys firing now. No. Ah, that's a really terrible angle for a gun. Maybe if it... Yeah, it can fire off to the side there. That's good news. So can we get this one firing too? Yeah, kinda. The Germans need to be a little closer for that one. Let's see if we can't help out our Russian brothers. Our comrades down there. Let's see. We might... Yeah, we got one or two guys there. With that shot. Wasn't too bad. These Russian guns are very devastating. They pack a punch. And this position is becoming heavily overrun. We need this machine gun to rattle off some shots into that blob of Germans there if it can. Oh, but the machine gun did appear to just go down. Are we still in slow-mo? Yeah, I accidentally went into... Well, I didn't accidentally. I went into slow-mo for those cannons, which we don't need to be in anymore. And it looks like these Russians up here are starting to fight, and the Germans are getting called back. I don't know where that came from. Oh, it came from this gun, which is trying to fire, but somewhat failing. Let's see if we can't get a nice shot of it. Firing. Feuerwaffe. Come on. Fire. Come on. I want to see some sweet cannon action, dude. I know the second I move the camera is the second it fires. Alright, that's not worth waiting for. We'll look at these. Oh, it did just fire, of course. I just heard it. We'll check out these badass Russians here, who are valiantly fighting off the Germans, really doing a hell of a job. They don't have a machine gun up here, but they do have a couple shotguns, which is going to be pretty helpful. But if they had some machine guns, that would definitely be a bonus. These guys over here, they do have a machine gun, and looks like they're rattling off some shots. The middle has yet to be fully engaged, really. They've lost a couple of men, but nothing really devastating, you know? And it looks like the Germans have overrun this position, finally. And the Russians on the final line of defense for the right side over here have started to fire now. Ooh, and that was a very close shot by the mortar there. There's actually one Russian still alive trying to protect the mortar. He goes down. The mortar is still active, though. Still lobbing a few shells out there. Oh my god, it's defending itself, like, within inches. They must be at like a 90-degree angle here. And they are still lobbing shells out. If they could get a shell like right in there, it would kill so many Germans. The Germans are right there, though. A couple of submachine gun Germans. Oh, there's still one guy alive. Oh, that's rough. How many kills did that mortar end up actually receiving? 62! That is a hell of a defensive weapon. And now the Russians up here are starting to engage too. They also have a mountain gun up here. That'll be helpful. Let's check back in on the far left here. Still holding strong, but the Germans are getting closer and closer, almost in grenade range, which is somewhat when it's all over, but their comrades in these other trenches next to it are holding out a little better, I think. This mountain gun is still firing. I wonder how many kills it's got. 9 kills. Not terrible, but not enough to stem the tide of Germans rushing forward here. And this trench is really coming undone. And this guy's getting a grenade, it looks like. Yep. Tossing a grenade. Causing that Russian to run. He's still alive. He's just ducking under cover there, but he's going to go down probably relatively soon. Not before taking a few more shots. The German actually in the trench here with a Russian. And look, they're just staring at each other. Oh, German ran off. Russian almost getting the shot on him. That grenade's gonna... Oh, it didn't even take out that Russian. I'm surprised. How are these Russians still alive? This is crazy. He's back in the trench. Oh, he went down. Alright, and that one went down as well. This trench over here is now taking the full force of the German left. They're trying to last. They do still have a machine gun, which is nice, and this cannon is still alive. And the Germans are so close, it's gotta fire extremely close as well. Looks like the middle still not really engaging that much, but the far right over here is And they really don't have too many Germans left to deal with. A couple down here, but they've managed to just slaughter a lot of them on this hill. And I think this mountain gun has been helpful. I think that's what it is. Well, let's check it out. How many kills? 12 kills. Yeah, so that's been helpful. Oh, these artillery pieces have been tearing apart the Germans. 28 kills, 10 kills, and 58 kills. This one must have... Let's see, does it have the angle? Oh, it's got the perfect angle on these Germans over here. Let's check it out. Yeah. So that's what's been causing these craters over here. That is real rough. Yep, there goes another one lobbing in. And I can hear another firing. Yeah. These poor Germans, they ran into the bulk of the Russian defense here, which just barely managed to fight them off, in all honesty, because it was looking pretty desperate over on this side. The middle still hasn't really faced that much of an adversary. The Russians have managed to fend them off pretty well, but looks like the left side has completely toppled. We still have this mountain gun here. Let's see, is it reloaded? Can it fire? It might be broken. No, it's not broken. It's just not firing for some reason. And now they have fully engaged with the middle here, it looks like. And so the German left is really the only strong force of the Germans, as we can see from the mini-map. The red are the German forces, and the blue are the Russians. Still got a good amount of Russians over here, but they're having a lot of trouble on this side. And oh, actually, a couple creeped forward, sort of trickled up here. They're getting shot down now, but not before getting a few grenades off, which is going to be pretty devastating for the lines. Germans getting really close to the Russian forces over here as well, taking a lot of losses though. And those artillery pieces are still firing, probably to devastating effect. Let's see if we can see any hit. That one missed. Yeah, they're missing a little bit, but over here is not the same case. They are just marking their targets really well. Look at this. Look how many dead Germans there are. And they're still trying to crawl forward here. Going under the barbed wire, over the barbed wire, anything they can do. And once they get close enough, that it's just complete action here. How did that German survive that cannon shot? That was impressive. This line has completely been disassembled. There's one Russian left alive in the trench there. Mountain gun's still firing, and this is the last bit of the right side that we have left. Just a fractured trench line, which is a damn shame, but this mountain gun's still pulling off a few shots, which is nice. This artillery is going to be key in the coming part of the battle, with the Germans just getting so close. If that artillery can get a few really nice shots on Germans, that's all they need. There's not too many Germans left, but they are making a full-fledged effort. There is 3 machine guns pounding away over here, which is really surprising because I only put like 1 machine gun in each of those massive blobs you saw. So this is like a third of the entire machine guns I gave them. Well, probably not. Maybe like a 1/6. Still, a lot of machine guns for one place. The Russians do have a nice little machine gun nest in here, which is fully intact, so that's going to be a challenge for the Germans, who are still working on this right line. They have not made nearly as much progress as I thought they would. I think this mountain gun is sort of stopping them. They're not able to get the flank that they want, which is a little tough. See if we can't get a nice action shot here of this. Oh man, that's beautiful. Really, really cool. Let's see, can we get even closer? Let's see. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. A little too close, bud. A little too close. Jesus Christ. There we go, that's the shot we wanted. I want to see another shot like that, come on. Fire! Really? Right when I start watching, they stop firing. I see Germans. I can see them, and you guys aren't firing at them. Are you kidding me, man? Come on, let's see some sweet shots here. I want to see some action from this thing. Oh, come on. Oh well. Yeah, this line has finally started to topple a little bit, but we still have artillery shells actually pounding the Germans over here. The very middle is getting heavily attacked from the left side here, and almost a complete flank. These guys really need to step up and start shooting them down. Let's see, we still got Russians on the right over here, but that's about it. These mountain guns are bound to be taken out fairly soon. This is just such a large-scale battle. Not a lot of Germans left to take out this many Russians. I'd say about even forces now. We'll see actually how that goes. Kind of silence over here for now. This guy's still alive. I think he's just hiding. What a disrespectful comrade. He needs to help. Sort of silent over here. Eerie. There we go. Just got some action again. Over here, these cannons are about to loose a volley. Yep. These things are frickin' key. Without them, the Russians would stand no chance. Oh man. These Russians are in some trouble. I wonder how many times I've said Russians or Germans in this video. Every time I say that, take a shot. But don't really, because like, you'd probably die. Because I've said it a lot. For the Kaiser! Oh man! That was rough right there. Clean shot in his head. See how many Germans we got left on this side? Not a lot, not a lot. Just a couple. And scattered Germans over here as well. They're still engaging though, so good on them for sticking to it. I don't think the Germans did it. I don't think they're gonna be able to topple the Russian lines here. I'm surprised. It came so close without me having to give any reinforcements to the Germans. They were extremely close to actually managing to pull this off and take out the entire Russian force. This guy just doesn't have an angle, but he's still trying. I hear a machine gun tatting away. Yeah, it's over here. It's done firing for now, apparently. These guys over here, I'm surprised they haven't died yet. They've been under extreme fire for a very long time. There's only 2 of them. Of course, now they're only against like 6 Germans or something like that. I think without the mountain gun over here, which got 27 kills, they would have been done for. Alright, let's get this guy up and actually fighting. Yeah, there we go, bud. Now you're doing your country proud. What's your name, soldier? His name is Nikodim Belyakov. He's a Cossack. And he only has 1 kill. Which compared to many of his Russian brothers is not a lot. I want to see this guy freaking commando it. He needs to redeem himself for being a coward. Oh man, you're telling me that was a miss? How was that a miss too? What the heck? Reload, dude. There we go. Yeah! Come on, man. You're dodging your own artillery shells here. Whew. Where are the enemies at? Where are they at? There's 2 over here. Go that way, my friend. Where are they? Oh, they're there. They're in the bush. Perfect. Charge this way. There's only like 5 Germans left and they're retreating. There's no retreating. Forward, men. And this guy's been back here for forever. Augustus bomb. Now we got all the cowards who weren't giving it their best in the beginning of the battle to begin with. Come on, Nikodim. You got 4 kills now. Practically a veteran. Oh, big miss right there, Nikom. Big miss again, dude. Come on, I expect more. Shit. Oh, we got a hit. Got another hit. How's that guy not dead? I call hacks. Germans are hacking. Oh shit. We need to send Russian forces out there to help out Nikodim. Come on guys, we gotta help our comrade. Oh, Nikodim died. We must avenge him! Come on boys. Give me one of these freaking howitzers to fire at these guys. Oh, that was way, way off. Alright, Russians are coming forward now. And artillery is in full force. They want to avenge their comrade really bad. Only 2 Germans left here. And they're done. The Russians have won the day with probably like 30 men left, and they fought about like probably over 1,000 Germans. Probably, yeah, well over maybe. Just huge losses everywhere for the Germans. So red are the Germans, and yellow are the Russians. Not a ton of losses out in this open field. I mean, a good amount, but not nearly as many as when they were at the very last trench here. The second trench, they took a good amount of losses. Not so much on this side over here. They were okay, but then once they hit up into the third line of defenses, they really took just an absolute beating. The artillery came into play, which was crazy. Let's check out some of the vehicles the Russians used. So this mortar got 62 kills before it was taken out. This mountain gun got 27, still respectable. These artillery, this one got 81, 23, and 60. That is a huge amount of kills. Let's see. This one here only got 1 kill. It wasn't in play though, to be honest. This one only got 4. These two didn't. No Germans really assaulted the very middle. Like as you can see, there was almost no one. It was pretty much a flank attack at that point. And then this one over here got 26. Still respectable. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you did. Links in the description to my Discord, Patreon, merch, etc. And I will talk to y'all later.